Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay. If you're new here, welcome. The video I have for you today is 5 signs that you might not actually be an INTJ. This video is full of anecdotes. What we want to look at is not if you do or you do not do these things, because everyone does everything. What we're looking for here is recurring patterns within your life. So within the span of your lifetime, are you doing these things or are you not doing these things? If you are doing these things in this video that I'm speaking about today, you might not be an INTJ. But do you know what? I'm sure there's someone out there on the internet who you can pay some money to and they'll tell you you're exactly the kind of type you want to be. So that's always an option too. Anyway, we're gonna get right into the video. 5 signs you might not be an INTJ. Again, anecdotes, but we're looking for the recurring life patterns. Number 1, you might not be an INTJ if you hate planning. If you just like to live by your own means, go with the flow, these really aren't INTJ qualities at all. Okay, why? Do we like schedules? Do we like little notebooks? No, we do not. The INTJ obsession is all about maximizing efficiency. We follow systems of habits because they work best. Even if we don't plan on physical calendars, our sequence of the day, the week, the month is all very organized at a high level. Also, with planning, within an idea or a concept, we plan the route of the system to meet our goal of that idea the easiest, most efficient way possible. This is why we tend to go against the grain, and if someone says, oh, you should do something this way, or well, actually, if I do it this and this way, it'll probably be easier and faster and more efficient for us. That's what we're always looking for, is we're trying to find the easiest way to get to the end goal. Like I've said in the past, I am the laziest non-lazy person on the planet. As a rule, INTJs want to interact with the sensory world as little as humanly possible. Anything I can do to work less and maximize my own efficiency and get the exact vision the way that I want it at the end of the day is completely worth my time to mentally organize. We're trying to find the quickest and easiest route. Number 2 reason you might not be an INTJ is you like to try new things. This is where everyone's going to start getting angry because it's the truth. As an INTJ, we want all things to fit into our little IJ box of sameness. This box is where connected concepts live, and they're then actioned based on reason and logic. Doing something that's unnecessarily new for the physical or mental experience of just doing it, well, it now means we just have to fit it into the interconnected box of NI understandings. We have to smash it in there. And this isn't a problem to most people, because a lot of people aren't INTJs. If there's no TE, logical reason, for doing something, we don't want to waste our energy. Additionally, on this topic, INTJs are masters of perspective. We could be playing around with the same thing, metaphorically, and flipping it 100 different ways, and to us, we can see it new through a different perspective each time, but we're still looking at the same thing. So while we are having a great time flipping around our little thing in our IJ box, looking at it 100 different ways, the rest of the world gets bored and they want to move on to the next new actual thing. That's because a lot of people are more engaged in the SE or the OE world, the SE or the NE. I just can't get bored. I can really just look at the same things so many different ways and just find new connections and new patterns depending on how I move it. It's really satisfying on a deep level. Number 3 reason you might not be an INTJ. You consume more for enjoyment instead of consuming for purpose. All right, I'm going to say something that might shock you based on INTJ stereotypes that exist on the internet. I don't enjoy reading just to read. However, I am obsessed with learning specific things that relate to a greater vision or a greater plan that I'm trying to achieve. Yes, I do read. I do listen to audiobooks. I listen to podcasts. I eat food. I will purchase things. But the thing is all this consumption is based off a specific purpose that relates to something else. Either that or I'm holding that information for triangulation because I know that I'm going to need to use it down the line. Let's for a second break down the phrase, I love to read. I love, FI function. FI, I love. It's about the internal world of emotion I love to read. Reading is taking in the sensory. Let's hear the most INTJ version of the phrase, I love to read. I love to read when I know the answer I need is available in the content. Again, everyone can do everything, and the focus we really want to put our minds at, if you consume for enjoyment more than purpose. Reading, doing puzzles, even all those stereotypical introverted things, if you're doing it more for the sake of your own enjoyment versus actual purpose, that's a sign that you may not and probably are not an INTJ. Number 4, it's hard for you to finish things. There is never a time in my life where I'm either bored or unsure of the next steps I need to be taking in any direction. Sure, we can all feel down at certain points in our life. We can all be working to make things come together for ourselves. However, for the most part, INTJs are always pinging to the future, to that thing that they need to be doing, are working towards, and they're seeing where they want to be. That's the reason why we're in our heads so much versus on the planet Earth, where everyone else is. Also with that, my attention isn't distracted to the new, possibly better idea that I may want to pursue. That's more of an NE thing. With NI, when my vision is set on a future goal that it wants to attain, my whole brain focus is sequencing down a pattern of how to get myself there, whether it be days, weeks, months, or years to even get there. INTJs love seeing their vision through and their master plan fulfilled. Putting all the pieces together according to what we see is basically the air that we breathe. We can just call it some weird, special way of making INTJ art. And number 5 reason you might not be an INTJ is you're spontaneous and fun. Good for you. Just do the thing. Hello, it's boring o'clock. We heard you were trying to reach the INTJs. Unfortunately, they're doing the same exact thing that they do literally every other single week. All right, so back to the thing of systems, right? We have systems that work. So why stray away from something that is working without a significant reason behind it? Also, by default, we are weighing every decision based off its repercussions and interactions with literally every other action. This is not something we choose to do at all. Our brain wiring just can't help us not see every potential possible ripple effect of every action that could or could not be made. And this just makes for this weighing process even more significant when we're choosing to make a decision or an action. Sorry, left to our own devices, we're just not really that fun. All right, so we're gonna end it right there. If now you realize that you're probably not an INTJ, hey, that is totally okay. You're probably a way more fun type than we are. And you know what? The best type to be is the type that you actually are. Embrace whatever that is for you. I will see you guys in my next video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and till next time.